Hi, I'm Carson Pickett, and I'm here with Merz Aesthetics, and we're here to talk about confidence and courage. Tell us a little about yourself, your role on the team. I just got to the North Carolina Courage last year, so I'm relatively new as far as the Courage goes, but I've been in the league for 7 years, so I came in just excited to meet the new team and to play around and play with amazing players. So I was excited when I first got here and kind of taking things as it went and in stride, and I felt like I found a home here. So I think the biggest role for me is just knowing that I'm a veteran in the league, but still relatively new here, and I have so much to learn from all the amazing players around me. So just taking everything I've learned the last 7 years and just helping the young ones, because it's really hard when you're a rookie. And my career, like I said, I started playing when I was 5. I then went to Florida State, got drafted 4th overall in the NWSL draft to Seattle, and played 2 years there. Went to Orlando, played 3 years, and now this is my 2nd year for the North Carolina Courage. And what led me to become the player for the North Carolina Courage I am today? I think the biggest thing, honestly, I've recently learned is just that I play best when I'm happy and comfortable. So just having really good people around you that can lift you up and just honestly, genuinely make you happy. I think you want to play for the people around you. So when you have amazing people around you, it's a lot easier to compete for them day in and day out. What athlete do you look up to? For a lot of different reasons, and especially when I was a rookie, I was in Seattle with Megan Rapinoe, and she brought me in as a rookie and kind of took me under her wing, and she taught me a lot of different things on the field, but she was just really great off the field. She introduced me to a lot of different people that I ended up being really good friends with, and she just made me feel really comfortable while I was in Seattle. And coming from Florida State, where you're a bit sheltered and around a team all the time, going across the country to a new team with players who are absolutely world class and just a new environment, it's hard sometimes, and she made me feel super comfortable. And so fast forward, when I recently got into the U.S. national team camp, she also took me under her wing there and showed me the ropes, and honestly, she made my experience so much better. So I do appreciate her a lot, especially on the pitch. I feel like confidence oozes out of her, and it affects the people around her in such a positive way. And I think that when you see someone who's so comfortable within themselves, and it honestly just helps you grow as a person. And I think that that was the biggest thing in camp, is being new. I was very nervous, and I wasn't probably in the beginning playing my best because of nerves and things like that. And she just told me, I remember when I started the first game, she told me that it doesn't matter what happens out there, you're a good player, and honestly that's all that matters, and it's not gonna affect you either way. And I think she talks a lot about how you are as a person rather than just a soccer player, and I really respect that. What is an affirmation you use to build confidence before a game? I think, honestly, my dad being my coach growing up, he's not just a father figure on Saturdays, he's also a coach. So he tells me before I leave the apartments when he's in town, he tells me to whip balls in and win headers and things like that. So I don't think it's something that's, I personally think about, or an affirmation that I would give a teammate or myself, but I think just hearing those things honestly from him, I can hear it on repeat during the game, and that really does help me a lot. Do you have encouraging words of advice for adaptive athletes? The biggest thing I say is just never let anyone turn your sky into a ceiling. So just don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anyone say that your dreams are too big. Just be yourself through it all, and dream as big as you want, because they're your dreams and no one can tell you any different. So I think just continue being yourself and allow yourself to grow through your experiences. How has the encouragement from coaches and teammates made you a better player? I think when you have confidence from not only within but from other people, it does allow you to play better. It allows you to play free, and I think that's one of the biggest things. Moving from team to team, I think having different coaches, and they're all different in the NWSL, so having some that are more screamers and some that are more encouraging, I think there's a fine line between the two. But for me, it's always been best when I get coached and they're brutally honest with me, but then they can still obviously say good job every now and then. But it just helps when you have confidence from other people to play free and just to be yourself and and to show everything that you've worked so hard for. What does it mean to be an advocate on the field, off the field? For me, especially with limb difference, just being the first player, especially for the women's national team, adaptive athlete, to be able to play for the national team is something that I don't take lightly. And I think when I was able to start for the first time and I got called to camp, it felt like I was playing for everyone else and not just myself. It felt like I was playing for all the little kids that are watching on TV that maybe have the same arm as me, or they're maybe missing a limb. I felt like I was playing for them, and so I think that that's something on the field. If I just show confidence in who I am and how good I can be, then I think that they can see that. I think they can see that through a screen. And just doing things that have never been done before, I think is really important for a lot of people like myself to be able to see that and see that they can dream and do the same things one day. Share a story of what or who inspired you to become an advocate. So my mom was probably the one that inspired me the most. Growing up, I didn't want to be any different than anyone else, and I just kind of wanted to fit in, and I didn't want anyone to look at me different, and so I carried that attitude to college, and I didn't want to be interviewed just because I had one arm. I wanted to be interviewed as a good soccer player. And my freshman year, I was called, we got to go to the College Cup and be in the Final Four. And I remember getting to be one of the players that the media wanted to interview, and I was with a lot of my teammates who were veterans and really good players, and I was so excited to be a part of that. And when I got to the interviews, they just asked me about my arm, and I remember being devastated because I just wanted to be about soccer and I didn't want to be any different than anyone else. And I remember calling my mom and being really frustrated, and that was the moment that I think it changed for me. She said that I have a platform that no one else has and that I can reach and help a lot of different people. So from that day on, I switched my mindset, and I felt like it was something, like I said, where I was playing for other people and, following my own dreams, but maybe helping someone else follow theirs. What is your personal definition of confidence? I think my personal definition of confidence is just allowing yourself to be exactly who you're supposed to be. I think when you show confidence, people can tell, and I think that we're all trying to figure out a lot of things in life, but being yourself is something that seems pretty simple, but just allowing yourself to be, and giving yourself grace when things don't go as planned, and just realizing that it's all part of the journey, and just to enjoy it along the way and become exactly who you want to be. And my definition of courage is honestly dreaming big and just following those dreams and just not letting anyone tell you any different. I think if you have courage, you're setting yourself up for a lot of amazing things in life.